Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're going to be looking at 1996's The Island of Dr. Moreau, directed by John Frankenheimer. And a little bit by Richard Stanley. But that's a story for another day. So this is a pretty infamous film. The production was a real mess, not the least of which being the whole mishigas with the directors that I alluded to. But also there were issues with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer, who starred in the film, which wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world if the film became a critically acclaimed hit, which it did not. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I know I say that a lot, but in this case I genuinely mean it. But I'm hoping regardless, the film is entertaining enough. So let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
Okay. Someone is certainly having fun with the editing equipment. So I'm a little bit familiar with the story of The Island of Dr. Moreau. That, it's about a mad scientist who creates animal people on his island. And his name is Dr. Moreau.
Oh, wait.
Ow!
Wait. Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor?
Well, I'm more like a vet. Excuse me.
He was a little vague as to what he was injecting into that guy's body. I mean, if it were me, I would probably want a more direct answer as to what Val Kilmer was injecting into me. By the way, I know he said his name was Montgomery, but I'm just probably going to refer to him as Val Kilmer. Same thing when Marlon Brando shows up. I know he's Dr. Moreau, but,
Went on in your head. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my. Aw. Yo.
And, how long has it been here?
17 years.
I'll say this about the film. There's a definite air of uneasiness. Tell that, what's that guy's name? Douglas? The David Thewlis character? Seems kind of normal, but trying to make the best of a weird situation. And Val Kilmer seems pleasant, but there's something off about him.
We started a correspondence, so...
And also just kind of knowing that Marlon Brando comes in, just going for it. And also all the animal people. I mean, it's doing a good job of building the tension. Oh my god. Okay. I don't startle easily with films. Wasn't quite expecting Val Kilmer's face to be right there. I'm actually quite embarrassed by that. So oh, I just realized, okay, Val Kilmer said he wasn't a doctor, he was more like a vet. That's because animal people. Oh, my stars. Okay. I feel like they'll explain this at a point, but are the animal people animals turned into people, or people that were turned into animals?
Montgomery.
The father! The father!
I feel like they were doing a pretty good job of building tension, and the whole Val Kilmer, outside of the room there, that freaked me out. So it's weird that they, after kind of showing the animal people, they're just full on showing all the animal people. I feel like they probably could have held off on that, another 20, 25 minutes and really kind of tease it out a little more. It seemed kind of weird to just skip over that mounting tension because it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Marlon Brando just showed up, so this should be exciting.
Don't you feel the heat? As I do. I can't tolerate the sun. And what it's doing to me and what it's doing to all of us, of all life on Earth. Mr. Douglas, first of all.
Okay, and I kind of knew about this little guy because they parodied this version of Dr. Moreau on South Park.
Gather around, everybody, and listen good. Go to your homes and arm your... What the hell are you supposed to be anyway?
It's interesting that this film got parodied and referenced. I mean, it's memorable, but it didn't really make that great a cultural impact.
To you about upon this island, but destruction and debasement.
Oh, well, I can tell you very plainly. No, please don't do that.
Is this where Mini-Me came from? I'm getting a real Dr. Evil Mini-Me thing from these guys.
Go, go, go. Good girl, good girl. Hi, sweetie.
What is it you're giving them exactly?
It's a combination of endorphins and hormones.
Wow, those Boer women are really into Val Kilmer. Okay, so the hyena man, he noticed an implant on the cheetah man, and he pulled his own out, which prevents Marlon Brando from... okay, he has like a bucket on his head now, sure.
Will I never be like you?
Well, I hope not. I mean, how would you look if you were like me? You see?
That's a good dad. He's there for his daughter, who is turning into an animal or something.
And there is a man named George Gershwin who played this.
What am I even watching?
And the law!
He's dead? Wait, is he dead? The animal people attacked Marlon Brando. And now he's dead, I guess. Sure, I mean, he's only like the title character and the top billed actor, so... Sure.
And then, give not that which is holy unto the dog.
What does she need?
Animal or man?
What am I looking for?
Very angry.
Okay, that's kind of strange. But in a good way. I was kind of wondering where Val Kilmer was, and then I was like, why does that sound like Marlon Brando, but not like Marlon Brando? It was him doing an impression of Marlon Brando. Again, when I say Val Kilmer, Marlon Brando, I'm referring to the characters.
To run with the pack. I want to go to dog heaven.
Douglas.
Did they just kill Val Kilmer? He was what was keeping me hanging in with this film. Like, there were points when I was kind of like thinking like, oh boy, okay, I'm like dying inside. But then, you know, he was like doing a weird impression of Marlon Brando's Dr. Moreau and asking about, I don't know, dog heaven. I was like, okay, you know, narratively, this film is a mess. It doesn't really seem to be going anywhere, and it's telling its story very poorly. But Marlon Brando was like having fun, going like totally off the rails. And then when Dr. Moreau died, Val Kilmer's Montgomery pretty much took over the part and like did it better. And now he's gone. Yeah, you know what? I'm dying inside. Yep. Okay. So I think Dr. Moreau's daughter, the Fairuza Balk character, who was turning into a cat person, is dead. It's not overly surprising because the movie's almost over. Why do they keep killing off, like, the characters that are interesting? For a movie as, like, just bonkers as this, it's really, really dull.
At those times, I look about me at my fellow men and I'm reminded of some likeness to the beast people. And I feel as though the animal is surging up in them. And they're neither holy animal nor holy man, but an unstable combination of both.
Oh, okay. That's an odd choice to use real footage. That was The Island of Dr. Moreau. Even if you didn't know about all the behind-the-scenes mishigas, you could tell that there were problems. Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer giving performances that were just, like, way out there. It made the film a little easier to take, and when they were just gone, yeah, that's kind of when the movie just became a real slog. I think even with how bizarre and interesting Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer were being, and, you know, as impressive as the makeup was, I could not recommend this film. If you don't see it, you're gonna be just fine. Don't worry about it. That was The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, well, I can tell you very plainly. No, please don't do that.